Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and welcome back to another video. And since I did my top 5 best movies of summer 2024 list, let's get into now what I think are the absolute biggest piles of shit to ever come out of summer 2024. And oh boy, I've seen a handful of bad summer 2024 movies. As bad as the bad movies of summer 2023 list can be, they are actually masterpieces in comparison to some of the absolute worst movies of summer 2023. Yeah, seriously. So summer 2023 summer 2024 may have had some gems, but the bad summer 2024 movies are actually truly worse. And honestly, on reflection, now thinking about it, I actually now think that summer 2023 is slightly better than summer 2024 because of the fact that at least summer 2023 didn't have only had very few bad movies, but this month I can name a handful of them. Without further ado, if you want to know what the worst movies of summer 2024 are, then just keep watching. Oh yeah, and also by the way, before I do, just like in my best movies of summer 2024 list, where I included the most surprising movie of 2024 of summer 2024 as a bonus, I will do the same here by mentioning my biggest disappointment of the summer. Anyways, let's get this on. At number 5, the Garfield movie. Seriously. Yeah, I'm sure you guys were all aware that I saw this movie way before everyone else. Yeah, I saw this movie on the start of May 2024. On the start of the year, way like a couple of weeks before it came out, and I warned everybody about the disaster that this film was going to be. But nobody believed me that this movie was going to suck because of my history with non-Disney animated films, especially films like this. So people were like, "Nah, Frozen's just being bullshit. This movie's gonna be good." But I know this movie has its defenders, the Garfield fanboys, the fandom, but the actual critics, with the ones who actually have a good IQ with movies, they actually hate this movie. They actually agree with me that this movie sucks, and I could not agree more. In fact, yeah, I am so happy to see this movie getting panned by critics. I am, so happy that I turned out to be right. Yeah, I don't care what the shills say. This movie is a complete fucking disaster at every single level. I hate this movie so much. Like, how can anybody even defend this movie in the first place? This movie is an incredibly and insufferably boring, dull, lifeless. The fact that this is an hour and 40 minutes long, good gee, but it's too long. I know 1 hour and 40 minutes is a typical runtime for animated films, but this is the runtime for actual quality animated films, like the Disney animated films. Garfield does not deserve to be 1 hour and 40 minutes. It should have been an hour and 25 minutes at the very least. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt as Garfield. Just because he did a surprisingly good job as Mario does not mean that he'll do the same for Garfield. I think Chris Pratt's success as Mario is what made him do this. Yeah, Chris Pratt as Garfield. I can't believe I'm saying this about Chris Pratt. As someone who likes and defends Chris Pratt, I think this is his worst role ever. The one Chris Pratt role I fucking hate. And I like all the other Chris Pratt roles, believe it or not. And good jeebus, even the voice acting is horrible. Like Samuel L. Jackson, Ving Rhames, and Nicholas Hoult. Like, why? And even got cameos from from celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Angus fucking Cloud. What are you doing in this movie? You were freaking in Abigail. Abigail was what's your last word? Yeah, I mean, rest in peace to Angus Cloud. It sucks that he passed away, but I can't believe he's in this movie. This is his final film. Like, how can he go from Abigail to this? Yeah, who agrees with me that Abigail is way better than this fucking piece of shit film? Yeah, now I would say that this movie at least is not 0 out of 5. So just be grateful. There are some good things that I can say about this film, like the animation is decent. It's not great, but at least it does recapture. It does stay true to the designs of the source material. And I actually do like. And Odie's actually the one character who I actually kind of like in this film. Harvey Guilligan does do a good job of delivering the barking lines. For Odie, the barking effects. Yeah, it was really good. But this movie is essentially just a commercial, a freaking product commercial that shoves product placements down your throats like cat flicks, like constant references, and why are reference Tom Cruise in this film and even play the Top Gun theme. Now kids are going to watch Top Gun and be dumb enough to say, oh, that from the Garfield movie, that music is from the Garfield movie. I swear to God, if I'm gonna lose my shit if that actually happens. Yeah, this movie is basically the Super Mario Bros. Movie done wrong. But worst of all, the biggest sin that this movie had, man, is that it made more money than Furiosa. Yeah, because of that, my rating of this film has freaking declined from a 1.5 out of 5 to a 1 out of 5. And I mean one that actually came very close to getting a 0 out of 5. Yeah, this movie genuinely pissed me off so much. I hate this movie. I hate everything about it. Almost everything about it, besides the few redeeming qualities. Yeah. And and this movie's also proved that Madame Web is not the worst Sony film of the year. Sure, it's not. This isn't the worst Sony film of the year. That will be mentioned later on this list. But yeah, this shit makes Madame Web look like this piece of shit makes Madame Web look like Inside Out 2 in comparison. Look, and let alone Spider-Verse. So yeah, fuck this movie. Yeah. So yeah, it's number 4. The Strangers at Chapter 1. The Strangers Chapter Turn, as I like to call it. Yeah. Yeah. What a piece of shit this horror movie was. And yes, guys, and spoiler alert, guys, this is the one adult movie to make the list, because the rest of the other entries on this worst list are family movies. But yeah. Now I did not expect I would hate The Strangers Chapter 1 as much as I ended up doing. But it just so happened I hate this movie so much. Yeah, how can anybody like this movie? Now, at least it's not the worst horror movie of 2024. That would go to Imaginary, but The Strangers Chapter 1 is close. I mean, I never even cared about the Strangers franchise to begin with. But The Strangers Chapter 1 is the worst one to me, yeah. Sorry, I dropped something. But yeah, The Strangers Chapter 1 is by far the worst of the franchise. Yeah, it is incredibly unscary. It's way too reliant on jump scares. Yeah, and the characters are all like pieces of shit. Yeah, this film is like, it's basically just the original again, but like it does nothing new, and it feels like it's confused on where it takes place in the Strangers timeline, and also even Madeline Pesh, who is probably the most terrible thing about this film, is not enough to save it. And boy, the characters are all fucking stupid. Yeah, people complain about Alien Romulus being cast of being like starring teens, and just accusing that film of just being another Gen Z movie where teenagers would be idiots. Have you seen this movie? This is basically everything that you are concerned about Alien Romulus. It starts a bunch of teenagers being absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid, making some of the dumbest decisions ever. There's actually a common problem with Hollywood movies. It would rely on characters being stupid. Like, why do you always have to do this to horror movies? So, and yeah, and man, this movie is fucking boring and agonizing to sit through. So yeah, people say Borderlands is the worst Lionsgate movie of the year. Well, fuck no. Have you seen Strangers Chapter 1? Yeah, I would not like. Strangers Chapter 1 makes Borderlands look like John Wick in comparison. Yeah, so yeah, I think you should watch this film and then Borderlands an apology, because Borderlands does not deserve your hate. At number 3, Harold and the Purple Crayon. Sorry, Harold and the fucking Purple Big Dildo movie. Oh, like seriously, this is the movie. This is the shit we get for Sony's 100th anniversary. Yeah, I demand you guys to give Wish an apology right now for being like quote unquote the worst film to celebrate a studio's 100th anniversary, because this film is it. This is the true worst film that celebrates a studio's 100th anniversary. It is the biggest piece of dog shit. One of the worst movies that Sony has ever farted out here. I mean, my goodness, what the fuck is happening to Sony this year? Like, why are they having a terrible 100th anniversary? Like, we could have had Beyond the Spider-Verse release this year for their 100th anniversary. I mean, sure, I still love Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I still defend that film. The most overhated film of the year. One of the most underrated films of the year. And still my favorite Ghostbusters movie to this day. But my fucking god, we had first Madame Web, which is one of the biggest disappointments of the year. And then we got and then we got the Garfield movie, and now this. Oh yeah, also Taro too. Taro actually did come close to making my worst movies of summer 2024 list. It will be at number 6, but yeah. The Strangers Chapter 1. No, wait, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, Harold the Purple Crayon. This is a baby movie. This is genuinely a movie made for just kids. But at the same time, it feels like it's made for absolutely no one, because even babies would be bored out of their minds watching this absolute snooze fest of a movie. It is, yeah, so childish, and yet at the same time, it doesn't even feel appealing to kids either. Yeah, because I don't see how in any shape of way that kids would like this film. Yeah, and even the Tony sequence in the beginning does not work at all. It's cheap and lazy. And yeah, Zachary Levi gives his absolute worst performance yet. I hate this childish, obnoxious performance. Yeah, man, I miss him as Shazam. Why can't we get more roles like him? Like Shazam. Yeah, and yeah, the kids are annoying too. The villain is shoehorned in for absolutely no reason. And it's just boring. It's nothing. It's basically just characters hanging around in New York City, just chilling and walking. That's not how you make a movie. Like there's no story to this at all. So, fuck it. I'm done talking about this piece of diarrhea shit movie. This is the worst live action film of the year, hands down. As number 2, Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. Oh, what a fucking disgrace to SpongeBob. Yeah, the more I think about this film, the more I feel like this is probably the worst thing to ever come out of SpongeBob. Yes, I would much rather watch One Course Meal any day over this film. This makes One Course Meal look like the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie in comparison. How the mighty has fallen with SpongeBob. Yeah, I think everyone knows how bad this is. If it wasn't for Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, this is considered to be the worst anime film of the year. And I can totally see where you're coming from. The animation is horrendous. Like, what are you doing with this animation style? The characters are absolutely horrible. And this is a Sandy Cheeks movie, but Sandy feels so wasted in this one. All Sandy doesn't do anything but just spit out some shitty one-liners, and it feels more like it feels more like SpongeBob movies. It feels more like SpongeBob's movie than Sandy. And good God, SpongeBob has never been more annoying. All SpongeBob does in this movie is just crap jokes. SpongeBob, it's the only reason they put in SpongeBob in this movie is just for the sake of fucking viewership. And good Lord, the jokes, in all my streaming in demand, I can't demand them anymore. Are you serious? Who wrote this joke? Like seriously, what kind of a joke is that? Like seriously, and pretty much the best joke this film has ever come up with is just the fact that that joke exists. That that this movie exists. Yeah, the villains are honestly, and the villain what's his name again? Tsunami. Honestly, guys, I think back at everything Mina ever said about the Doomsday Gate. Tsunami is now officially the worst villain of the year. Thinking about it, oh my goodness, fuck Tsunami and the ass. Like, seriously, Tsunami is yeah, she's a fucking like CG abomination with like human head in it. And don't get me started on the flashbacks with Tsunami's adult head being attached to her kid body. That's CGI. Blah 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 blah. And also, don't get me started on the fact that that she made a fucking Riverdale reference. You actually think that kids would get the reference? Why reference a Riverdale in a movie like this? Like, oh yeah, and also, you know what's worse? I recently saw a video, a review of this film. The reviewer said that making marine biologist the villain of the movie literally is an insult to Steven Hillenburg. Sorry. It's just that making a marine biologist a villain of the film, despite SpongeBob's creator being a marine biologist, is an insult. And honestly, he's right. Yeah, literally the fact that that you put marine biologists as the villain of the movie, even when despite SpongeBob's creator Steven Hillenburg being a marine biologist, that is a fucking insult to Steven Hillenburg's legacy. 101. Seriously, I'm sure Steven Hillenburg would hate the idea of making marine biologists the villain of the movie. And also, yeah, the dialogue's horrendous. Like, how could you turn to the dark side of science, you evil villain? Who wrote this? Seriously, like, and yeah, this is just low quality garbage. And honestly, I'm gonna go as far as saying this is the worst Netflix movie I have ever seen in my life. Yes, it's worse than He Saw That. Yeah, so yeah, man, how am I as far with SpongeBob? It could have been number one, but there's one movie that is even worse. And my number one worst movie of summer 2023 is Despicable Me 4. Fuck you, Illumination. Fuck you, big time. I hope you. I don't want to say shut down. I don't want to be that kind of person, but yeah. So what more is there to say that isn't what more do I have to say that hasn't been said yet? This is not a movie. This is pure torture. This movie should deserve to be banned from existence. Yeah, this movie is so bad that I would just I would rather eat shit than ever watch this movie again. Like seriously, why are we here for Despicable Me movies now? Like, are you serious? And why the fuck are people still caring about this franchise? Yet people say that Frozen 2 is the most unnecessary sequel ever made. Fuck off, people. Yeah, if you think that the 5 Despicable Me movies are more necessary than Frozen 3, well, I gotta say, fuck off, people. Yeah, people, fuck off. This movie is literally written and directed by Satan himself. And honestly, I don't care if you guys I don't care if you guys bash my opinion and tell me I'm taking way to the extreme. I don't care. You guys, I don't give a fuck about what my haters say. Yeah, this Seriously, if you think that this is a good movie, if you actually like this movie, honestly, you need mental help. You need help right now. How the fuck are people that defending this disgrace to film in general? Like, seriously, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I am not going to change my mind on that. I even doubt the Skibidi Toilet movie will top this one as the worst movie of all time for sure. Yeah, it is literally the number one biggest form of execution I have ever seen. So yeah, there's nothing much else to say that haven't been said yet. There's nothing else to say that can be said other than this is the worst movie of summer 2024. And also the worst movie I have ever seen in general. This movie makes Megamind 2 look like Frozen 2 in comparison. So yeah, fuck this movie. Fuck this movie in the ass. Fuck the fans big time. I am not apologizing for hating this film. And to all you people who hate me just because I hate this movie, please go fuck yourself. I don't care. I will always take this movie way to the extreme, no matter what. And if you actually dare call me out, bash my opinion on this film, I will fucking delete your comment and block you off my channel. Woo! Woo! Man, that is one hell of a rage I just did. So yeah, now as promised, I am going to give you guys my most disappointing movie of summer 2024. And I'll make this one quick. So yeah, my most disappointing movie of the summer 2024 is Horizon: An American Saga, Chapter 1. Yeah, and I was actually really excited for this film because the trailer looked really good, and this movie looked like it was going to be the next big thing. Like it was trying to be it looked like it was going to be like the biggest Western movie ever made. Period. Like not the best. The best Western for me is True Grit 2010, but yeah. But this movie could have been something special. It could have been the next Best Picture winner, but unfortunately, yeah, this movie was not it. Yeah, the main problem with the movie, it's simple. It's boring. It is a massive snooze fest. There's no story. It's lifeless. Like there's way too many characters, and they even waste Kevin Costner himself in this film. He's wasted in this film. How can you waste a leading character like that? The 3 hours does not feel earned because the 3 hours is way too long in this. Sure, yeah, it's not that bad. There's some good things in this film worth the quality, like the performances from supporting cast like Jenna Malone, Isabel Furman, Abby, forgot her last name, but Abby something, and even Sam Worthington. Yeah, great performances, and the action scenes are good as well. Whenever there's minimal amount of action, and also the cinematography does look very good. But unfortunately, yeah, this movie it's just not it. This is why Horizon: An American Saga deserves my pick for the most disappointing movie of the summer, and and also my most disappointing movie of the year so far. So also for my worst movies of 2024 list, sorry if I raged way too much at Despicable Me 4. Yeah, that's what my haters get for bashing my opinion on it. What is your worst movie of the summer? Please tell me it's Despicable Me 4. Please tell me Despicable Me 4 is your worst movie of the summer. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my movie review of The Crow 1994, leading up to The Crow 2024. So yeah, bye guys.